How is getting to interview Jerry on the radio every week, or is that's every other week? Because I know you split it with the midday show still.
No, we both get him every week.
Oh, you both? Wow. So he does two interviews every single week on your radio station.
And so does Steven, his son.
That's wild.
Oh, that was my awful announcing alarm right here. Thank you for making it work a little early.
Yeah, no worries.
I mean, it's awesome. I still get a high out of it. I think sometimes the audience, I get a bigger high than the audience does because Jerry is always selling, right? It's Barnum and Bailey. He has the old stories that he tells 50,000 times. To me, that's the thing that changed my mind from wanting to pursue like a national career, was being the home of the Cowboys because they are national. Like year after year would go by, and I'm like looking at our show name on First Take and Stephen A calling us out and all this stuff. And I'm like, this is kind of like a national gig. Like, do I really want to leave this after getting settled here? I consider it a tremendous honor. It's still very disappointing with the lack of team success. I know that Jerry has given us a lot of BS, but Jerry, from a broadcasting standpoint, is the absolute best. And I worked in DC with Snyder, and I was in Kansas City for a short time and did Baltimore radio. And Jerry Jones is the least interfering, least sensitive team owner that you could ever possibly dream of. So I still love it. I still get a kick out of it. I love the guy as an interview subject. I love him more than probably a lot of Cowboy fans listening to it every week.
Are you surprised that at 81 years old, he still is involved with the team as he is, and then still willing to be available to the media as much as he is?
No, I mean, he's an egomaniac. He loves attention. That's why he thought that the Cowboys Ring of Honor is some type of equal recognition than the Hall of Fame for Jimmy freaking Johnson. Like, it's my sandbox, it's my world, and I'll decide, and no one can tell me no. I'm not surprised because he's doing 2 radio shows a week that we're very happy about and grateful for here at the Fan. But no, I think Stephen Jones was told once by Bill Parcells, your dad is a 10 toes up guy. And he's like, oh, what is 10 toes up? And they're like, they'll drag him out of his office 10 toes up. He'll die working.
Yeah, credit Jerry for this. Like, if Woody Johnson or John Mara are on WFAN being interviewed, like it's a brutally boring spot. But Jerry always keeps it entertaining.
But truth be told, Brandon, and again, I'm giving you more media. I'm a broadcast media nerd, so like I'm coming at it from this standpoint. He's gotten very sharp of not falling for the radio tricks and not even falling for it, just not taking it there.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones loves media. He was a big dog behind the NFL Network. Jerry will not answer a comparison question like, is Dak reminding you of Aikman? Is Dak playing better than Mahomes? He's never going to fall for that because he knows the headline it creates.
Yeah.
Now, when he wants to create a headline, he will come out and create the headline when he's pissed off about something. But he become even more media savvy in terms of not falling for any of the tricks, or you try to press him, or you try to give him a yes or no. He's like a journalism professor picking apart double barrel questions. So like, you asked me 2 questions there in one. So, you're supposed to ask one question, keep it open-ended. He's like a journalism professor in that regard, especially these past few years.
Is there one interview that sticks out with Jerry that was the most surprising or strangest comment that he made?
No, I don't think a surprising, shocking one. What I've been surprised with, and I'm not surprised anymore, is we have an understanding. I think maybe the Kaepernick one, when all that stuff was taking place, I still remember the business we were at, the show that it was, who was on my left, who was on my right. This was a highly anticipated interview nationally because we know all the the networks are listening and they're going to play it at the top of the hour. And I was like, how far is he going to go into this? And Jerry Jones, a lot of listeners get really pissed off at us that we're not cussing him out. Give up the GM. You're an idiot. You're a trash owner, and you're just not going to do that. Because I've interviewed this guy every week for 12 years. You know what I mean? We're the Cowboys flagship. but that doesn't mean we're not going to ask him tough questions. And he will answer every single tough question. Now, if he doesn't give the answer that a lot of the audience wants, that's not my problem. That's not my issue. I care about him giving an answer. Jerry will give an answer. If it's not satisfactory to me, he'll usually allow follow-up. But like, let's not take it the third. He's answered it the way he wants to answer. He gave me a chance for the follow-up, which I appreciate. So when we're doing interviews with Jerry, you'll hear two things in the background. You'll hear you'll hear a spoon hitting a teacup. You hear ting, ting, ting. He's taking his morning coffee. And the other thing is you'll hear a pencil scratching a piece of paper. Jerry's crossing out the subjects that he has covered or wants to cover. He's circling, he's scribbling on this notepad. So he's prepared. He answers the questions. He doesn't give a lot of fluff, generic stuff. He knows when controversy is coming, and we ask him, every question that I feel like the Cowboys know not to send me a list of things not to ask. I'm just not going to do it. Otherwise, we can get rid of the interview or it could go somewhere else. So Jerry Jones, once in a while, he'll say, hey, can you guys ask me about the Salvation Army to tee up a cause for Thanksgiving? And the only rule has ever been, don't make it personal. We're not going to sit there and make age jokes, and we're not going to talk about other, tabloid type things and get into his personal life like that. And I respect Jerry for the way he's conducted that relationship, because Dan Snyder is petty. And I've gotten more talks from the Kansas City Chiefs in 1 year, now different people, 12 years ago, than I've gotten from Jerry Jones in 12.
Really? But so he doesn't send you don't get topics regarding the Cowboys that he wants to cover or anything like that first?
No, absolutely not. Again, if they have a cause, if they have something that he wants to promote, he'll ask if we can promote it and get it in. Never any restrictions or guidance.